So here's the bottom line. Value whispering is my version of marketing. It's the art of gently weaving your true value through every amazing thing that you do so you can naturally attract, nurture, and serve your dream clients. So, no matter how soft your voice, you can create a powerful impact. For too long, talented experts with service based businesses like coaches, consultants, and freelancers have been losing out to the often inferior competition, and for just one reason. They struggle to communicate the true value of what they offer. This is made all the more challenging if you have a quieter personality or you're not already fluent in how to build a business and an online presence. You just want to help people, but staying invisible or resorting to discounts because your dream clients just don't get you isn't the answer. If you can relate, I believe that value whispering can help. It's the art of knowing your true value, then weaving this through every amazing thing that you do so you can naturally stand apart from your competitors without ever being pushy, feeling fake, or burning out. Welcome to the Art of Value Whispering podcast. I'm your host, Melita Campbell, and I'm excited to be your guide in this journey. In this first episode, I wanted to share with you why now is the right time for the podcast to evolve from the driven female entrepreneur to the art of value whispering. And I'll share with you what you can expect from the show going forward. I hope you'll be excited as I am about the journey we're about to take together. And I want to extend an invitation to you as well. This podcast is just one element of how you can start to learn about and adopt value whispering for your business. Each week, I am live in the Dream Clients Club with a live masterclass and Q&A to help you discover how to adopt meaningful marketing and apply this to your business. It is completely free to join the club and attend these sessions. You'll also find a lot more resources available to you in the club. You'll get to discuss the themes from the podcast and be part of a lively and supportive community of business owners. Visit melitacampbell.com/club to join us. So let's start with why the change. And to explain this, I'll take you briefly back a couple of chapters in my business story. So 16 years ago, my first daughter was born, and I started my business to offer large companies and business leaders communication consultancy, leadership communication coaching, and visibility planning. I also provided coaching and training for communication professionals. But for a number of reasons, I'll go into that in another episode. After 8 years, I started to burn out, and I was looking for alternative ways to share my knowledge and skills. It was at that time I noticed a problem, and I kept noticing it. I'm sure you're all familiar with the statistic that more companies fail in their first 3 years than succeed. For some, it's because their product or service just didn't solve a clear market need. But for too many, they fail simply because they can't articulate the true value of what they offer. So they miss out on the clients, the investment, and the opportunities they need to create a stable and growing business and have an impact that they feel proud of. I saw that my career to date in marketing, communication, leadership, and sales ideally placed me to help these businesses communicate their true value with clarity and confidence in any situation. Work that has since earned me the title of the Value Whisperer. Since pivoting my business, I've helped hundreds of small business owners. Many were women like me who had started their business to have more flexibility than their corporate career allowed them. In doing so, I found another problem. Most of the women I worked with were isolated. They had never intended to build a business, so they weren't surrounded by other people with business knowledge, connections, or an ability to understand their challenges and provide them with relevant support. This makes the process of success even harder. These women are smart and determined, but alone. So, 3 years ago, I started the Driven Female Entrepreneur podcast to provide them with weekly practical business guidance, inspiration, and mentorship. The reviews and messages I got showed me that the show was making a difference for many women around the world. Which brings me back to the question, so why change? Well, there were several reasons. I've had some incredible guests on the show up until now, and we've covered so much about female leadership and what it takes to succeed as a woman in business today. There are even business schools who are using interviews from the show to illustrate female leadership in practice to their students. But I felt I wanted to create more of a journey through the show, an intentional experience that can guide you step by step towards meaningful growth. It was the approach I took last year in the Dream Client Summit, and the response I had from that was phenomenal. And I felt really proud of the experience that the participants enjoyed. So, that is my intention with the Art of Value Whispering podcast to help you find your own way to market your business and promote your offers, a way that feels smooth and natural and creates real impact for your clients and for your business. I also felt that now was the time to share more of my own insights and wisdom. And many of you have reached out to me to encourage me in this respect. So, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. If you have read my book, A Shy Girl's Guide to Networking, you'll know that speaking up isn't something that I've always felt inclined to do. In fact, for most of my life, I've run in the complete opposite direction from the spotlight. But I'm feeling much bolder these days and ready to step up. And looking at the statistics, the previous solo episodes where it was just me and you have been some of the most listened to. So I'm leaning into that and I'm determined to share more of my personal approach, wisdom, and with 3 decades of experience to share, I have some great stories and lessons I can't wait to share with you. I also feel that there's a lot of common practice and business wisdom, particularly around marketing and sales, that's being shared these days that I feel is unhelpful for those business owners who are working alone, working part time around a family, don't have existing marketing knowledge or an extensive budget, or who want their marketing to feel it's making a positive contribution to the lives of their audience and community, and who perhaps, like myself, have a quieter personality. So, along with some great advice and tried and tested tips and techniques, you may find me give in to the occasional rant, but I promise to keep them brief. I will also be continuing with the interviews. I do love meeting and getting to know other people. And I think when we have these discussions, we unlock so much wisdom. So I'm looking forward to inviting more amazing, inspiring business owners onto the show. And I already have some great interviews in the bank ready to share with you in the coming weeks. The other reason I wanted to move away from the Driven Female Entrepreneur as the name of the podcast and the focus was that while historically I've been known as a business coach for women, over the last 2 years, I've been working with more men who came to me because they were looking for a more authentic approach to their marketing, and other men who telling me that they are big fans of the show. So I wanted the new title to be more inclusive so they feel equally welcome. Though I will be keeping the pink in my brand because, well, I really like it. So that's why I decided to change. But what can you look forward to? Well, as I said, I'll be continuing with the interviews, but these interviews will be with people who are embodying value whispering within their approach. This means that they are creating a powerful impact by showing up as their true self and courageously pursuing their own vision in their own way. So, this still fits with the original focus of the podcast to help you dream bigger and achieve more. I'll also be exploring how those with a quieter personality can show up powerfully and with full confidence. A significant portion of my guests to date have been introverted. Did you notice? Probably not. There's this big misconception that introverts are shy people and don't say anything, but that's really not accurate. However, I believe there are many business and marketing strategies that are being pushed today that don't necessarily fit for those with a more introverted soul or who want to be a bit more creative in the way they show up and have an impact. So I'm looking forward to sharing some interesting alternatives to attracting the right clients and building and growing your audience and business. And of course, I'll also be sharing more of my own lessons from a lifetime of experience in marketing, communications, and sales. I've seen clear patterns in what works, but I rarely hear other people talking about many of the strategies and techniques that I use and teach. So, watch this space for some slightly alternative thinking about how you can get visible and build a solid brand presence comfortably, authentically, and smoothly. And here's the thing, I believe you already have more of the tools and knowledge than you realize to do this. So I'll be showing how you can tap into this so you don't have to learn more or do more. You just have to shift what you're already doing to get better results. And I'll be exploring self leadership. I think this is a key part of value whispering. I could give you the perfect messaging, the perfect marketing plan, but it won't work if you don't have the right mindset, habits, behaviors, and well being practices in place to ensure that you can always show up as your best self. You can talk about your business and impact with confidence and keep growing into the CEO of your business and future. So here's the bottom line. Value whispering is my version of marketing. It's the art of gently weaving your true value through every amazing thing that you do so you can naturally attract, nurture, and serve your dream clients. And because you are so consistent and coherent through everything you do, you don't need to shout to be noticed. Your whisper already stands out in your marketplace. So, no matter how soft your voice, you can create a powerful impact. I am really looking forward to going on this journey with you. And remember, don't just listen along to the podcast, be part of the value whispering movement by joining the community, the Dream Clients Club. There, you can be part of the discussion, join our weekly live masterclasses, and get the encouragement and support you need to pursue even your biggest goals. And the best part is, it's everybody's favorite price, which is free. So I look forward to welcoming you to the Dream Clients Club. You can find it at melitacampbell.com/club, and to our first official full episode of the Value Whispering podcast next week. I'll see you then.